All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. That's fielded in the end zone.
We got this. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Now! 180! Hey, we're good, we're good! 180! Hey, you don't want to see me.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. He's got a first down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go. Hey, 734. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Don't get nervous. What? They're down. Quit.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
No chance.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Mike, 49. All day, every day, any day.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line.
Big Ed. Find down. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Hey, let's pick.
Running is Jacobs. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Mike's 49.
Now Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On on 2nd and 9. Carr finding Green complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Down. 185. 49. Defense, let's go. Mike 49.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 2, Carr under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Christian Kirksey gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Down. 180. 49. And watch your leg.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Bills' 4-yard line.
Monday, down. 180. 49. I got it.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Let's get it.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the deep...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. And we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And that one a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Seahawks. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after one.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. And his throw is incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 5 now. Carr, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Down. 185. Get that quarterback in,
Carr now on 1st down. He completes it to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 33 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr looking deep for Julio. That's caught inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And, indeed, he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back. Came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
But maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. 17 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Let's go, take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
49 the mic, watch 49. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. You're mine. 49 the mic, 49 the mic. You remember me?
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
White now to return. Oh, refusing to go down. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And the Seahawks fans have to be happy. That lead just got bigger. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Allen now to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Markel Lee, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Allen. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget, that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it?
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. A nice job of just sticking the helmet down 9 yards on the play, but still 3rd and 12 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pulled in at the 24. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they want?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
TJ Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Allen to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And he finds Tyler Croft. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Raiders' 36-yard line.
From the 36, Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Stop.
Allen now on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Allen now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Allen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Carr. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Carr. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
And the Raider first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking deep for Julio. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now, 185. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Carr. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Trent Murphy in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Bills on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And here's Allen operating from the gun. And able to find John Brown. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Watch the flag!
A shotgun handoff down to Yeldon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
It's just me and you.
They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now T.J. Yeldon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw, it's Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw. Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Allen. And the grab by Croft. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. To the air, Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 46. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. Green. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Raiders.
Down. Ready? Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And off The upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Oakland, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 2-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.